Hey, what is going on, guys? It's DK. Back at you with another video here to break down the 3-game CSGO main set on Friday. Before I get into the video, if you guys are new to the channel, my name's DK. I make daily videos breaking down NBA, NFL, PGA, and esports daily fantasy sports slates. Esports including Call of Duty, League of Legends, and this one, Counter-Strike CSGO. Also, if you guys are listening to this on Apple Podcasts, I would appreciate if you could hit that 5-star rating and leave a review. Would really, really appreciate that. As I continue to grow my podcast as well as this YouTube channel. Again, we're at 3.31 thousand subscribers. So again, thank you guys for all support. And with that out of the way, let's jump into the video. Before we get into players and their prices, what we can do is we can look back at my lineup here from Thursday. I was going back and forth. Do I want to go balanced and more chalky? Do I want to go boom or bust? I was so 50-50. What do you think happened? I chose the balanced approach. Didn't work out for me. So just a terrible lineup for me today. The Fury guys did win 2-1, but they lost the first map 16-4. There's almost, when you have a 3-man stack, there's almost no coming back from that. You basically need to win 16-0, 16-0 for them to get you there. So I knew that first map, it was over. Well, I knew, the Navi game was over. The first map, when I didn't have Simple, it was over. He had 37 kills in 20 maps. So my other lineup, we'll go over this lineup. So I went the 3-man Fury stack. I like their price points, and they won, but I thought they could have won 2-0 there against 100 Thieves. The first map, 100 Thieves just destroyed them, which really killed their fantasy values for the Fury guys. Cold Zero, I mentioned I liked him for his price when he was solid. Obviously, Bubsky and Core, very disappointing because Navi just destroyed him. So overall, just a not a good lineup. The other lineup I was deciding between. Again, back and forth. I always only play one lineup, so I really should have played both, but my other lineup was Simple in the captain spot with Flamey. Flamey, again, I was taking the shot there, hoping Navi would 2-0. They did 2-0. And then I had Nico and Cold Zero. Obviously, Nico had a great day. I think he had the 80 fantasy points. Cold Zero was solid at 51. And then I had Caserado and Vinny. I think Vinny actually did pretty decent for, hold on, where did he finish? He went 53 and 56. Yeah, so that's really solid case. Yeah, so that lineup, I wonder what that would have finished with. I might do the math just because I'm curious, but I feel like I would have come close to taking out this tournament for sure with that lineup. So yeah, really kicking myself there for not going with that one, but that's the way it goes sometimes. And yeah, we can go over players and their stats. Again, Navi just destroyed Mad Lions. Didn't really see that one coming. Both teams came in, Navi a little bit up and down. Mad Lions came in really good form. And Navi just destroyed them. Simple, 61 and 23. Obviously, you needed him. Electronic, really good day too. Everyone else was, not great, but again, they got the 2-0 sweep. So if you played Perfecto, Flamey, or Boomage, you're probably in decent shape, right? And the Mad Lions, again, they just got destroyed, so no one had a good day there. FaZe and NIP, this was a close match. I didn't get to watch a lot of this one. Yeah, it was a fun one to watch. And Nico, you would expect him to lead the team there, plus 17. He had a really solid day. Cold Zero was fine, plus 5. BMAS, oh, now you have a good day when I don't play you. So when I play him, he goes, 9 and 33? When I don't play him, he goes 51 or 45. All right, I see how it is. And the NAP side was Knock, the only one that went positive there. And then Furia, 100 Thieves, and this one, it was a weird game. 100 Thieves destroyed map 1 again. My Furia stack that basically killed them. Furia won pretty easily map 2, and the third map was close, but yeah, JKS obviously was the guy there, plus 30. I mentioned him and Jakeem were the two ones I looked to if I wanted to go 100 Thieves side. Yeah, I didn't go that way, but yeah, that's really the wrap-up there. Again, I'm kicking myself for not going with my Simple in the captain spot lineup. I might do the math after this just to see where I would have finished because I'm curious. But that's the life of single-entry, one-lineup guys. That happens sometimes. All right, so let's take a look at the odds for this slate. The game that we don't have right now, at least on Bovada, is Na'Vi and FaZe. I saw Na'Vi about minus 160 favorites for that one. Again, that could change, but it's not up and about it yet. But yeah, they were about minus 160, minus 170. We have Team Liquid versus Gen G. Liquid are minus 275 favorites, the biggest favorites of the day. Yeah, I agree they should be favorites. Should they be that heavily favored? I don't know. I don't think they should be that highly favored. And then MIBR versus Cloud9. MIBR are minus 175 favorites. So let's jump into it. We have FaZe versus Na'Vi. First, let's talk about the FaZe side here. So the pricing on a lot of these guys is way down. You have Simple in the 8K range. You have Nico at 8.8K. Now, I think we have a Liege on the slate. We have, again, they're the biggest favorites. We have Simple, obviously, on the slate in the 8K range. Doesn't make sense. And then you have MIBR, a guy like Fallen, some of the, KNGV Fur. So, I mean, those guys are just going to eat up a lot of the ownership of those top guys. So Nico is a guy that I think goes pretty low owned on this slate. I think that's a mistake. I think, unless FaZe gets 2-0'd, which is always possible, right? If this game stays close, like a 3-maps series, or even FaZe win, you could see a pretty big game from Nico. Again, he's got great overall numbers. He had a good game today against NIP, 66 and 49. He's got upside to get you into the hundreds for sure. We've seen it from Nico, very aggressive player, 8.8K, and he's going to go overlooked in this slate. For GPPs, though, I like him because I think he's going to be, again, very low owned. His numbers, 0.79 kills per round, 0.67 deaths per round. Obviously not as good as Simple. Again, Simple is for sure the cash game play, for sure. He's going to be really high owned. Now, roster construction purposes, can you play Simple and Nico together? I think you can. If you think this game is close and goes all 3 maps, sure. I think that's a certainly viable build. So let's talk about the other players here on FaZe. Coldzera, Brokey, Rain, BMS. I think the only other 2 guys I have interest in, well, I don't know if I should say that. The price did come down on Rain. They did come down a lot on Brokey. He was 8.6K. So now they're all priced about right. So I guess it makes it a little bit tricky there with Cold and Brokey. Cold does have better overall numbers at 0.71 kills per round, 0.62 deaths per round compared to Brokey at 0.66 and 0.56. But now you're getting Brokey at a little bit of a discount, right? You got Brokey at 7K, whereas Coldzera 7.8K. So those are almost a toss-up if you wanted to play someone else on FaZe. Rain at 6K and BMS at 5.2K. I think you could look to them, but I think I would only go there if I think FaZe win 2-0. If this game goes 3 maps, more than likely Rain and BMS probably won't have the best day, right? So that's kind of the breakdown there on FaZe. They're going to be a low-owned team today, just because Na'Vi and their favorites. Simple is going to eat up so much ownership. People don't like playing players on both sides of the game, so Nico, a lot of the FaZe guys for that reason are going to go low-owned. But again, I like Nico as a contrarian GPP play. On the Na'Vi side, Simple 8.4K. Like, what is Draftkings doing with that price? He finished with 115. Yeah, 115 today. He went 61 and 23. Imagine if that game could have went 3 maps. He could have put up 150, maybe even 175. Obviously just destroyed it. 8.4K cash games. It's simple. You play him in captain and you move on. Really, you play him in general in cash games. Do not fade him in cash games. Do not. GPPs, I don't even think you should fade him in GPPs at this price point. I don't think it's worth it. Right at 10.2K in the last slate, I thought there's a decent chance you could fade him because he's going to have to do a lot to pay off that price point. Now, obviously, he did, right? He had an amazing game. Even for Simple, that's more of an outlier game for him, right? But now 8.4K. Really, the only way I see him not getting you there is if FaZe win 2-0 and pretty easily, right? But we've seen Simple's floor is about 50. So even 50 wouldn't be terrible. I guess, again, that would be the only reason I would fade him in GPPs. I think he's going to be, I would say 95% owned. I think 100% owned in cash teams he should be. I think 95% owned in GPPs. So if by the off chance that the FaZe win 2-0, it's still a possibility, and Simple has the floor game, and you fade him, you have obviously a huge edge. That is super, super risky. I don't even think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going play simple, move on. 8.4K is just, it's way, way too cheap. He's about $2,000 too cheap. 0.88 kills per round, 0.60 deaths per round. Right now, he's probably the best player in CSGO, so there's no reason for you to fade him. Now, Electronic at 7.6K, I think makes for a pretty good play as well. It's just, we know where the production is coming from this team. It's simple, it's Electronic. Simple, obviously, more, but Electronic has been playing really well these last, 4 or 5 series that I've seen Navi play. 0.73 kills per round, 0.65 deaths per round. Those kills are continuing to go up. He's really looking like a solid number 2 for this team. Now, everyone else, Flamey, Boomage, Perfecto. Again, we saw them. They probably had decent scores today. I don't know what they finished. I didn't play any of them, but they got the 2-0 sweep. No one had great numbers, but they get that plus 20. So they probably had, well, I guess we can look at it since Draftkings updated it, right? So Boomage, he had 49. What was his price on that slate? He was 5.6K, so you'll take that for sure. Perfecto, he was 5.8K, 59. Yeah, that's great. And then Flamey, I think he had a decent game, 50 for 4.8K. Of course, yeah, right? So, the only way, again, I target these guys if I think Navi wins 2-0. Now, sure, it's probably a little bit more likely Navi wins 2-0 than FaZe wins 2-0 because Navi are favorites. They've been a little bit better form recently. But we've seen anything can happen. All in all, again, it's simple and Electronic, obviously, are the top 2 plays here. The bottom 3 guys, I think I only consider them is if you think Navi win 2-0. If that game goes three maps, then it gets risky, right? Next, let's talk about Gen G and Team Liquid. So we have Team Liquid keeps going up, minus 290. Again, Liquid, they did lose to, they got 0-2 against, they've lost 4 of the last 5 games, right? They lost to Cloud9, lost to Chaos, not really the best team, they lost to Furia. They beat MIBR, and they lost to 100 Thieves. So they have not been in the best form. I don't know if I necessarily agree with those odds. Now, sure, again, I do agree Liquid should be favorites, but minus 290, I don't think so. On the Gen G side, we have Kusta, Automatic, Bentet are their 3 main guys. Daps is always a void for me at 5K. There's no reason for me to get to him unless you think Gen G win 2-0, which, I guess, anything's possible, but I'll be avoiding him. Sam, I think it's a void too. 5.8K, I just don't think we have to do it. Now, the other 3 guys, I have some interest in. Kusta, Automatic, and Bentet. I think Kusta's been in the best form if you've been watching him or this Gen G team recently, but Bentet, I like the price the most on him. He's 6.6K, whereas Kusta's 7.8K. Automatic sitting in the middle there at 7.4K. Again, he uses the AWP. That's always a slight plus. So how I would rank these guys for their prices would probably be Bentet 1, Kusta 2, Automatic 3. But, yeah, I think you can consider. Now, for cash games, sure. Don't target these guys, right? Liquid are the biggest favorites of the day. There's no real reason to. But for GPPs, I think there's a chance Gen G could win this game. So, yeah, Kusta, Bentet, those are the 2 that look the best for me on this team. They look pretty good for their prices. Now the Team Liquid side. So this is going to be a very popular, they're going to be very popular tomorrow, especially a Liege and Twist. Those are the top 2 plays for their prices, in my opinion. Twist at 7.2K is a guy I've been playing almost every single slate that Liquid's been on. He's just always underpriced. He's got good numbers. 0.69 kills per round, 0.62 deaths per round. That's not too far off NAF. 0.73 and 0.61. No, sure, NAF's slightly better, but about $1,000 difference. I guess it's not terrible, right? But I still think I slightly prefer Twist to NAF there. For, again, about $1,000 savings. A Liege at 9K, he's the most expensive player on the slate. They're the biggest favorites. He doesn't have as good of numbers as a guy like Simple, but still really solid, right? About the same as Nico, 0.76 and 0.66. So he does have the capability to really take over a slate, right? He can get you 90, 100, right? We've seen it from a Liege, so he's a guy that I think will be pretty popular because of the biggest favorites, him and Twist. I think those are the cash game plays on Liquid, Liege, Twist. NAF is viable too, though, if you want to go that route. I think those top 3 guys. Now, I think Stewie 2K and Nitro are interesting punt plays here. And the reason why is Liquid, again, not that I necessarily agree with it, but if you're just looking at the odds, they are the biggest favorites. And the reason why I target really cheap guys is if I think the team wins 2-0. Now, again, not really talking about my opinion here, but if we just look at the odds, they have the best chance to 2-0. So Stewie 2K Nitro, they don't have great numbers, right? We have Stewie 2K negative or 0.62 kills per round, 0.7 deaths per round. Nitro 0.56 and 0.66. So not great, right? But if you think if Team Liquid wins 2-0, then I think you can target one of those guys. You want to go more the stars and scrubs approach, where you want to just jam in those guys to the top. You have to play someone really cheap. So I could see making an argument to play one of those two guys if you think Liquid win 2-0, right? And lastly, we have C9 versus MIBR. First, let's talk about the C9 side. This is a team I think will go pretty low owned. We have... they did play recently where MIBR won 2-1, but that was a close series. Historically, MIBR 6-5, but again, these are two very evenly matched teams, in my opinion. And if you look at the odds, you have MIBR minus 175 favorite. So the MIBR guys are just going to be a lot more popular. Looking at the C9 guys, you have Floppy at 8.2K, OC at 7.2K. Now, personally, again, I'm still going to probably give the edge to Floppy just because he's made me a lot of money here in the past. But I think OC is probably the better player for his price, right? So Floppy will probably more of the contrarian option here on C9, whereas OC will probably be, in my opinion, the most popular play for Cloud9. Looking at their numbers, Floppy 0.74 and 0.67 as far as kills per round, deaths per round, and then OC at 0.71 and 0.62. So pretty similar, right? Floppy a little bit more of the aggressive player. OC will use the off. So, yeah, I think OC probably is going to be the highest owned C9 player. But my personal opinion is I like Floppy a little bit more. Even though he is more expensive, I think he's going to be lower owned. I do still think he's the best overall player on this team. MOTM and Sonic. So, now that we got about $1,000 difference here, normally I always prefer MOTM, a little bit more of the aggressive player, but I think I'll take the discount here on Sonic at 5.8K. When they C9 will use two ops a decent amount, and when they do, Sonic is the guy that uses the second op. So again, using the most powerful gun in the game is always a plus. 5.8K, Sonic looks decent, right? He's 1.0 KD. So I think that if you wanted to go the C9 route, and you wanted to get a little bit contrarian, maybe pair Floppy with Sonic. That's probably the way that I would do it. JT is always a void for me at 5K. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm looking here for C9. And then lastly, we have MIBR, another team I think will be pretty popular here. Fallen at 8.6, Fur and KNGV2 at 7.6 and 7K. For some reason, Fur and KNGV are always underpriced. I don't understand why. Looking at their numbers, right? We have Fallen 0.73 kills per round, 0.60 deaths per round, Fur 0.74 and 0.67, and KNGV 0.75 and 0.67. So yeah, I'm going to prefer the optimal place here are Fur and KNGV. Probably KNGV is the best play in MIBR at 7K price point. Fur I do like too, so I'd probably rank them cash game plays. KNGV 1, Fur 2, Fallen 3. But we've seen Fallen as a guy that. He's a guy that can have that clutch upside, right? He can get you the 1v2s, the 1v3s, the 4 kills in the round, right? So he has that potential. I think all three guys look good. TRK and Taco, I don't know if I get to them on this one. Again, I think the only way I really consider these guys is if you think MIBR win pretty easily. Now, TRK, I believe he had a pretty good game that last game. Yeah, he had 87 against EG. So, I mean, the last 3 games for him have actually been decent, right? 20 and 19, 44 and 46, 82 and 63. For a guy at 6.2K, I do actually think he is one of the better value plays. If you if you think MIBR win this one, I could see taking a shot on a guy like TRK. Just because of recent form, right? He's looked good recently. All right, so let's now talk about cash games here. So, cash games, I think this is a really simple slate. It's going to be super chalky for cash games. I think it's, again, simple, electronic, Elige, Twist, and the MIBR guys. Really, I think you could probably make a lineup with that and just that's going to be a very, very popular lineup. Now, my approach usually to GPPs is I do like playing a lot of the chalk. But I like getting different in maybe 1 or 2 spots, right? So sure, again, the MIBR guys, the Team Liquid guys and the Navi guys are going to be chalk. Those guys I mentioned are all really good plays. But I'm probably going to get different in 1 or 2 spots here. So maybe I take the shot in the C9 guys, right? Or the really low, in my opinion, Gen G guys, or a guy like Nico, right, who I like as well. So that's where I'm kind of considering, pivoting for GPPs. Now again, simple. I think probably you play him either way in GPPs and cash. That price is just way too cheap. In my opinion, again, he'll be 100% owned cash. I think 95% owned in GPPs. But that's really my approach to this slate. So I think that is going to do it for the video, guys. If you have been enjoying the content so far, I really appreciate it. If you like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell. Again, guys, hitting the notification bell does really help me out to continue to grow this channel. If you're listening to Apple Podcasts, again, 5-star review, would really appreciate that. But thanks again for everyone to come and check the video. I really do appreciate it. If you guys are interested in Call of Duty, I did just upload my video for that. So yeah, thanks again, guys, and I will see you all in the next video.